Hello children, still continue one more grammar topic, degrees of comparison. So already I have explained these degrees of comparison, right? So superlative degree, comparative degree. So already I have explained one method. So but today we are going to see one more method of these degrees of comparison, means changing, transforming one degree to another degree. That's what already we have seen in the last class. Right. So one part I have done it. I hope you understood that. So today I will explain one more method, how to change from one degree to another degree, superlative to comparative and comparative to positive, or like that. All the 3 degrees will be changing. Okay. And also I will explain the difference, why we had to go for another method. If this method is okay, and why we need to go to the another method. What is the use? Okay, I will explain the another method. So for example, here in the last method we have seen, now for see, degrees of comparison. Okay, last method I have explained the no other, how to start. Positive degree means no other. For us, so let me explain like this. So if two are there, if we are comparing two things, so that is one method. If more than 2 are there, then we had, this is one method. So if more than 2 are there or more than 3 are there, how to compare? That is second method. Okay, then what about the third method? So what we had to do in the third method? What's the use of this third method? So here we found one best out of 4. So we can find, or out of 10 even. So we can find one best. Right. Only one is there, best thing that we found. But if the, for example, here 30 members are there. In these 30 members, if only one is the best, then okay. Then we can go with this method, that is fine. If more than one best, 2, 3, 4 members are there, best people, and they are all best. When we compare to this 30 members. If we only one is the best, then we can go with this method, that is no other method. That's what we have seen. And it is the best one, like that, than any other, like that we have seen in the second method. Then, so if more than one person or one thing are best, then how can we write? That method is not suitable. For example, in the last class, in the this method, if we see this method, so one boy is intelligent in the class. For example, Anil is the best. Anil is the most intelligent boy in the class. It means that only Anil is intelligent, not other person. But there are some more people are there, they are also intelligent just like Anil. If we make this statement, the other people, we cannot make justice for them, right? We are degrading them, even though they have the same ability of Anil's. So at that time we have another method. We can go with the another method. So how to write this method? That's we are going to see in this method. Before going to this method, just I will give brief difference between this method and this method, so that you can easily understand and you can easily make the sentences. Okay, first method. This is first method and second method. Okay, if it is like that, then first here positive and comparative. then superlative. Okay. First method. Okay. Let me explain what we have done in the first method. First method we have seen in the part-2 degree how it has started. No other boy in the class is as intelligent as Anil. Like that we have done for the first method. And comparative form, what we have done? Anil is more intelligent than any other. That was the highlighted sentence phrase. Then here is, most, are, the, and plus superlative form, right? Plus superlative form. That what we have done. Here what we need to do? Here we have to start the sentence with very few. Very few. Then here than, most other. Only difference is we have to take most other. Here any other. Here we should take most other. And here how to write is one of the, we have to use one of the plus most, or even we can use any superlative form. But we should not mix up. We should not swap this on this. This order should be this. If you find this statement, we should write the remaining forms from this method only. If you find this method, if they have given this method, so you should write the remaining two forms from this method only. We should not write this, this and this. We will not get marks. So the order should be like this only. Got it? So you cannot make, if they have given example like this and you have given, for example, this is the superlative form of first method, right? If you have written this comparative form for this like this method, then you will not get marks. Anil is more intelligent than most other boys in the class. If we have written like that, you are not going to get. So you cannot mix up. You have to follow the order. This method, if you find any of these forms, you have to write these forms. If you find any of these forms, you have to write these forms. You should not mix up. Okay, don't get confused. So just brief description I gave here, so that I will explain the remaining examples with. For example, let me explain the example. Very few countries in the world, very few countries in the world. Okay, here I told you we have to start the positive degree with very few. Okay, even if you want, you can add very few countries in the world. So here countries plural form, so we have to use are. In the world are what? As, this is common, as large as China. This is positive degree. Next one, for this what we have to write? Comparative form, than any other. So comparative form, we have to start with the noun, that is China. Subject, China is. So what is the comparative form of large? Larger is larger than. Here most other, we have to use most other. Most other countries where in the world. Okay, this is comparative form. Then what is the superlative form for this? Got it? So here just a slight difference. Most other we have to take, here very few. Then last superlative form. So we how to start? So China is one of the, so here I told you one of the. Then superlative form for this, large. What is the superlative form of large? Largest. So one of the largest. One of the largest what? Countries where in the world. Okay. This is one example. Shall I explain one more example? Okay, let me explain one more example. Very few people are as honest as you. Okay, this is positive. Then how to write for comparative form? You. So here you is the subject. No, we should take that. You are, what is the comparative form of honest? More honest. More honest. Most honest is the superlative form. So you are more honest than what? Most other. Than most other people. This is comparative. And last one, superlative form. How to write? You are the sorry, no need of the here. You are one of the, you are one of the what here? Most honest people. This is superlative form. Okay, this is the superlative form. So here view, very few, more honest than most other. Here one of the. Have you seen the difference? So we cannot club it, this method and this method. Okay, for example here very few countries in the world are as large as China, and you have written like this, for imagine. So China is larger than any other countries in the world. If you have written right, so you are not going to get marks. And China is the largest countries in the world. If you written, no, you are not going to write. So follow the order. Hope you understood this method. Do you want one more example? Okay, let me explain one more example. Wolf is more ferocious than most other animals. Which degree this is? Comparative. And this. So this is comparative form. We need to write positive as well as superlative. Right? So, which method we have to follow? So, here one of the very few. If you want to write positive method, we should write very few animals. Very few what? Animals. So, we are talking about animals. Very few animals are as ferocious as what? Wolf. So, this is positive degree. The last one is superlative degree. So, here as same, that method is only starting with very few. So, how to write superlative method? So, we should start with wolf. Wolf is one of the most ferocious. Most ferocious. One of the most ferocious animals. That's it. This is superlative. Okay, these are the 3 examples I told. Okay, so don't get confused. You have to follow the order like this only. Then only you will get. Thank you.